And we are live on Twitch.
Woo!
Yippee!
We're back.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, some Sarah emojis are in this Twitch chat right away. I love how many emojis you have. You have such a variety of emotions to express, Sarah.
I don't know what the rules are on using emotes of your own face to react to things. Because I like to use my own emotes to react to things because I'm like, this is literally the face that I'm making. But is there some kind of unsaid rule where you're not supposed to use your own face emotes?
No.
I'm sorry, this is just how else am I supposed to express myself?
That's just, everyone wishes they had that situation built up for themselves to save themselves the effort of emoting. You could just click a button and you've hacked the world. Exactly. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Bonus Pod. My name is Haley McLean. I'm the community manager of this lovely community known as MinMax, and today I'm joined by Sarah Pozortsky. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Sarah and I had a lot of fun last week. We played a horror game together, and it's making me really want to play more horror games with you. I don't know if you feel the same way.
I know.
I really
want
to.
I was giddy, Haley, when you were like, who wants to play this horror game with me? I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna play a game with my friend, and then I won't have to play it because she's gonna play it. Because I get too scared to play horror games, but I love to watch.
I'm the same way, except I'll be brave if it's for content. I can
You're
brave
so
it out.
Brave.
I'm so brave and well behaved. If it's
You're so brave.
And it just makes it fun because when I'm by myself, all I do is scream and then just get there's no laughter after. It's just and then not happy and then you move on. But I think I really want to do the parsec thing with you, so we could just take turns. Yeah. And if one of us gets upset,
true. If we can just swap up. I think that's a good idea.
So we played Silent Hill: The Lost Message. Overall, we were happy, or the short message. We were happy it was a short message at the end of the day. It was fine, but it was, I don't know. It was a 6 out of 10 for me. 5 even, maybe.
Yeah, I'd give it a 5 out of 10 because then it's it was free. It was free. But it definitely followed the very strict scary walkthrough chase scene. Scary walkthrough chase scene. It did have the live elements to it, which I thought were really good.
Yeah.
With the actual actors and stuff, and I feel like I'm not opposed to more games doing that.
You know what's something else someone pointed out to me too was the fact that the phone was being used as a flashlight. That felt very good. I don't play enough horror games to know if they're already doing this and we've reached the point where we all just accept phone flashlights are the new flashlight. Teen girls will never carry a clip-on flashlight or whatever. Horror games always seem to think we will. But it was it was more immersive to see the hand in front of you with the phone flashlight. Because that's what I would do in that situation, is immediately grab my phone and turn on my phone and be like, oh, try to figure out where you are.
Yeah, and then I would definitely drop my phone and lose my phone.
Yeah.
A lot probably, but yeah, it was an interesting. It kind of felt like PT at some points. You could see the PT inspiration in it.
100%.
But yeah, not as scary as PT.
No. Well, I mean, I've never played PT actually. Have you played PT?
I haven't played it, but I watched a few playthroughs of it because I didn't have it at the time, and it genuinely is such a good. It shows you you could make anything scary because PT is just walking around a hallway of a house over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And they literally make it scarier each and every time.
Oh, and
it's such a good it's just they raise it just a little bit each time.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Because you get familiar, but that makes it worse because you expect it
when you
to
know
look a certain
there's
way.
More coming too.
Yeah.
You're when does it end? Yeah, that's a really good look at it doesn't have to be all jump scares.
Yeah.
There is something to be said for just ambient changes.
Oh no, that's terrifying. I'm trying to think of I remember playing Slender Man as a kid with my friends. We'd all go to my friend's attic to play Slender Man in their attic, and we never got more than 3 pages. And
I remember the original Amnesia game. We would crowd around a laptop and we would take turns trying to get through it.
Yeah. That's fun when it's with your friends. That's the only time I think I'd like horror games like that. And that Cynthia chapter of Alan was a horror game. 100%. That's scarier.
Did you hear they
turned
down the jump scares? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that, and it was people were thank you, because it was just constant, which is so fair. I mean, there was also a lot of flashing and stuff in that section too, which a lot of people, I liked. I'm on the fence about those jump scares because I get why they included them. The ones that were just like, bleh! Like, there was no lead up. It was just open a door, black and white flashing, scare you. I kind of liked it because it made me feel excited and, like, adrenaline rushy throughout the whole thing.
It got your heart pumping a little bit. It started the heart a little bit.
Yeah, but I've seen people viscerally hate them and be pissed off that they were included.
I think after, like, it was just over and over and over again, and it's like, you're eventually like, I get it.
Yeah. So
I'm easy to spook.
What would be the horror game you suggest that we play if we played a new one?
Oh, I've heard people say the Amnesia Bunker game is really good.
Amnesia Bunker.
And I would love to see you play that because I couldn't get through the Amnesia game with the baby. Because that was too scary for me. I had to tap out.
Oh, God. What does that even mean with the baby? I can't even imagine.
It's like, the whole premise is, like, you land in a plane crash and you're, like, a pregnant woman.
Oh,
and
no.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but, like, it gets a little Death Stranding-y where it's, like, the baby is kind of what's kind of slowly protecting you. But then it's, like, the baby, there's, like, a time warp thing, and the baby grows inside you during the game.
Oh.
So, like, literally you go through the whole 9-month period of being pregnant.
Okay.
And it doesn't feel like it. And then the baby, when you're trying to hide from a monster, will, like, kick.
To warn you?
So you have to, like... No, because it's like a baby and you're pregnant, and like the baby will just like kick you in the bladder, and you'll be like, "Ugh!" And then the monster will like find you. So you have to like stop your baby from. It's a weird game. It is so weird.
Oh my God.
I don't think developers should be allowed to put babies in games anymore.
There's that
like,
one.
I think
My friend and I played Resident Evil 8, the more campy one. That's why we liked it.
Yeah.
And the baby in that, do you know what I'm talking about? Have you played that one? There's like a
where you
baby
have to
monster.
Collect all of its. Yes. Oh, that's scary.
Oh my God, that terrified us. It comes down a hallway and it's like really black, and you hear the giggling, kind of like the Death Stranding giggling when you see the stranding
that
people.
Was one of the scariest, I think, moments in like a recent horror game that I can think of.
Yeah.
Where you're just like full on like hyperventilating, like losing feeling in my hands as I'm trying to get through it.
Because when you see that monster in that game, it's one of the only times in the game where they force you to walk. You have to walk backwards slowly, so the baby's like, like coming towards you, and you want to run. You're just like, like have to. It's just terrifying. Yeah. But let's switch from scary babies to cute boys. Because Sarah, this weekend, you asked me and you just said, "Can we talk about our video game crushes on Bonus Pod?" And I was like, "Thank you for thinking of a fun idea, so my brain doesn't have to do it." Because absolutely, I don't know about you, but that era when that like 2000s era, like 2002, 4, like that kind of time, it was just prime time crush. It was just crush. That was all they were throwing out. It was just crush and I've been stuff for us to indulge with.
Like looking back at like the games that I had like the biggest crushes on, and I can see in the boys that I had crushes on where my like current, like I can see where the awakening happened, you know, because now it's like now that I'm older and I know that I have a very specific type, I'm like I can trace it. I've been tracing it back to like where did this come from?
It's just
and
like
then it's
your
like
origin story.
This character from this game.
I think I can see that, but also mine are a little bit all over the place to the point that I'm like, I don't even know what I like, actually. It's just like a modge podge of random people. And I'm like, sure. And you think, oh, no, I probably won't have a crush on anyone in this game. And you're like, wow, I love that. I don't want to spoil my picks. I feel like we can go back and forth, and I have my worst one saved for last, but you could line all my crushes up in a police line, and there's like they're just like, who are these people? It's not like a boy band or anything. It's just like the weirdest clump of folks. Who hit me with your most mainline standard, totally understandable. I think I know what you're gonna say, but
it's not. It's JRPG.
Okay.
It's from Tales of Symphonia.
Okay.
My very first like video game crush, and it was I have a thing for the villains. It's always the villains. But It was from Tales of Symphonia. It was Mythos from Tales of Symphonia, and he's the big villain. He's in a literal. This one's really embarrassing because like he has long blonde hair. He's in a literal jumpsuit, And I look back at it and I'm like, there's no way you can convince me that this man was ever straight. He's a child form. That's his child form.
Okay.
He's a child form and an adult form. But it was okay because I was a child too. But he's he's got like a full-on jumpsuit. He's got long hair and magical fairy wings. And I was like, that's my man. Is he evil and trying to destroy the world? That's my man.
That's a tight jumpsuit. It's
tight, and I'm like, it's like ballet level tight.
It's not leaving much to the imagination, and the thigh gap is pretty amazing. Holy, the angles of this guy's art. I can see it.
Stop looking at it. Stop looking at him.
I think that's from the wiki, so that's not even a fan art. That's like a real art. The shadowing on the...
Don't look at... That's my man. Don't look at his crotch.
So, is he a villain? You said you loved the villains. He doesn't seem very villainy.
He's the villain.
Oh.
He's the villain.
He seems so...
He's the final boss.
He looks like he has an aura of angelic quality to him, though.
He is. He's kind of like an angel god guy. But yeah, that was my man. And ever since then, my tastes always lean more towards, like, in an anime lineup, I'll always, like, sort of lean more towards the character with, like, the long hair.
Okay, yeah.
That's kind of where I tend to lean.
Gotcha. So, how come Leon Kennedy is such a scoop for you, then? With his shoulders?
It's the shoulders on Leon Kennedy, let's be honest.
The shoulders. What if Leon Kennedy had long hair?
Oh, a killer. That would be a killer.
There's no skin or anything costume that gives him long hair, is there? Missed opportunity.
No.
Unfair. My first basic one is Link from Twilight Princess specifically.
Ooh, that's the hottest Link, though.
He is the hottest Link. I think all the if I could just be so bold, everyone in Twilight Princess I had a crush on.
Yes!
Like, why? We have not improved. We have not improved. That is the hottest.
We have actually gone backwards.
We've gone backwards.
We have actively gone backwards.
Breath of the Wild Link, nothing on this. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's so much hotter there. Like,
and when he gets on all fours and howls and then turns into a wolf.
That's a bit of an
I'm
ick.
right there next to him. I'm like, bark, 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 bark.
Oh, that's not an ick for you. I thought you were going to say a bit of an ick.
No!
We'll look past it.
Bark, 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 bark.
You're barking along with him. See, and then, like, I loved Zelda also. Hottest she's ever looked in that game.
Mm-hmm. Midna?
Like,
with her glow up?
So cute. Oh, see, like, can we talk about it's so old. 2007. Is that like the old spoilers for Twilight Princess? Sorry. So don't listen if you want to not hear that.
Yeah, sorry, spoilers.
Midna human form.
Twilight Princess had the most attractive Zelda characters, but the most unattractive NPCs.
1,000%.
Like those kids, what happened?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What were they thinking? Of course, every person on planet Earth was going to fall in love with that. Like, my video game sculpture I want, that's just like, I know I'm never going to get it because it's $1 million. There's a human form Midna, like, really nice statue. I think it's like $800 or something ridiculous. And I just look at it sometimes online and, like, I wish that'd be nice. But yeah, and then all the villagers are complete and total monstrosities. Well, think about it. Ordon Village has, like, what, 15 people that live in it?
Yeah.
So we can kind of maybe deduce there's a bit of inbreeding happening.
You're saying there's inbreeding? I was gonna say they live next to a radioactive plant.
They barely have toilets. I don't think they have radioactivity in that world yet. But oh my god, no, like Mallow and all the little kids, that guy who teaches you how to use the hawk, he is just one of the ugliest dudes I've ever seen in my life. But then all the main characters, Ganon's also never been hotter than that. Maybe Tears of the Kingdom Ganon's a little hotter. He might be the only upgrade.
I feel like they really held back on making Ganon hotter in Tears of the Kingdom.
You think they held back?
They held back. I think they purposely didn't make him too hot. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Hot Ganon was right there, and they could have, because again, we have Purah, right?
Yeah.
In her little, like, sex kitten mommy milker's outfit, right?
Yes.
But we can't have Hot Ganon.
It's misogyny. It's sexist.
It is. They were selling something with that, and then it's like they were like, but a hot guy. I don't know.
Because even Link is so like little brother. Like he gives little brother energy. He's very cute. He's like, he's a little buddy. He's like, you babysat him or something. Like, there's absolutely no romance feelings there. But then for all like the other side characters, they're like, Purah, make her insanely hot. There's also this one character.
All we're asking for is equality. And they took out Urbosa, who was like the hottest lady, and then, she's gone now.
She's gone. And, like, Zelda's also cute in that one, but her voice annoys me and her personality kind of annoys me, so that's kind of a turn off. Like, at least in Twilight Princess, she's just like pissed off all the time, which I'm kind of like, oh, that makes you cute because I want to make you like me more. But like Twilight, I don't know,
Does this impress you, my queen?
I will do whatever it takes, my queen. I'm struggling to find. There's one specific guy from Twilight Princess. I don't know what his name is, but I used to think he was so cute. So if you want to give me your next one, I'll find him while I don't know what.
The cutest guy from Twilight Princess that's not Link?
Yeah, no, I'll show you him. He's in the game for like 2 minutes. He's like this. He's like a bookish elf guy.
Oh, he's the guy that you meet at the inn, and they're like the B team, basically, trying to get Ganon, and there's that like really... Yeah, I know
What's his name? Oh, I need to... The archaeologist dude. Yes, everyone's saying that. Archaeologist dude, Twilight Princess, and he like shows you how to like move the statues. Oh! Shad!
Shad with an S-H?
With an S-H-A-D.
More like Shaddy, am I right? Oh.
This photo isn't doing him justice. There was a certain, I remember, scene with him.
Well, and to be fair, when everybody else looked incredibly questionable, like, the baseline normal was way more attractive.
It's just, his face is so beautifully feminine. Look at his features. It's hard to see, but he was with those baby blues. He was so cute. I remember being like, oh, like I thought he was hotter than Link at the time, and maybe continuing right now.
That's sacrilege. I don't know if I can agree with that.
Yeah, well, he didn't have a lot of airtime, so maybe I got a little bored of seeing Link, and I wanted something fresh. But
yeah, I do think some of my crushes are just like due to lack of better options.
Yeah,
like I was a preteen. Due to lack of better options, this is who I have chosen to be the boy that I crush on in this game.
Yeah, like, while there were a lot of crushable boys, it was hard for us to find them because we weren't being marketed towards the crushable boy games.
It's true.
We had to surf through the horse games, and they were not making cute boys in horse games. They tried. They'd be named, like, Bradley.
I had to play, like, the Tarzan GameCube game to find my crushable boys.
Is that your next one? Tarzan from the Tarzan game?
No, but I often think about that game. It's like, what was the real reason we were playing that game, Sarah? Because it was not a fun game. Like, there's a very specific reason we picked that game up.
Yeah, Tarzan. I think a lot of girls can relate to just early 90s or late 90s Tarzan. The film in general.
Yeah.
I would leave England for that and live in the woods. 100%. What's your next one?
So I recently started playing Baten Kaitos again, which is one of my favorite JRPGs. And my crush in that game, his name was Lude, Lyude, not Lude, Lewd. And he had red hair, and since that moment, I also tend to lean towards redheads in animes as my type. But here's the thing. Again, not very attractive. But the options, so limited. He has like a trumpet and a gun. And like that's what he uses to fight. Like the options, so you have to understand the options, very limited, Haley.
It's okay.
Very limited.
I didn't even say a word. You're hopping on the defense so quick. I'm like,
you don't understand, Haley.
And you're like, he's really nice. You know, whenever you get a new like guy you're talking to.
He betrays the party.
Oh, he's evil, of course.
He betrays the party to
You like villains. I forgot. I'm sorry. No, I see it. He kind of has a Kingdom Hearts vibe to him a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially there, which, speaking of Sora, I had a huge crush on Sora.
He's got vibes. He's got a little tie on. You had a crush on... I had a crush on Riku.
Okay, yeah, no, Riku's fair too, but I just, like, something about Sora, I just thought he was cute, and I was, like, that age when he was that age and little, so I was like, he's my age, he's a cute boy. And I never played, but...
huge crush on Riku. Didn't know he was evil, by the way. I just want to put that out there before, didn't know that he was going to
Long hair evil.
Long hair. I dated a boy in high school who had long, stringy blonde hair.
Oh.
We have to wonder what was the influence on that.
I think you have a pattern and a trend. Okay, my next one, Master Chief.
But you don't even see his face.
That's the appeal. That was the appeal for Haley. Was like, who is this guy? Love it. Helmets don't do it for you. Outfit.
Who is the man behind the mask?
Exactly. Like Samus, same thing. Samus is so hot when she's in her suit more than like Zero Suit Samus is for the boys and Suit Samus is for the girls.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know if I have any masked men in my crush list.
The Mandalorian? He's a very common, more trendy one.
I think that would be the only one. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. It's like, okay, when motorcycle people, if someone pulled up to you on a motorcycle and was like, did like a cute, like, hey, like kind of nod while still wearing the helmet, that would hit different than someone who pulls up in a car and is like, hi, without a helmet on.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
It's because of the mystery of it all. So like when I saw my brother playing.
Maybe they're really attractive. I don't know.
They might be hot. They also might not be, but my brain's going to tell me they are. And then I'll like them more. And that's what Master Chief was. I was like, I bet he's very cute. And then
the mystery.
The mystery of it all.
He's hot.
Yeah. And his voice is just like fun too. Good voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another trendy mask guy is that new guy in the Call of Duty games. Is his name just Ghost or something?
Oh, yeah.
People really like him.
The TikTok live is about those?
Yes, and I went down a rabbit hole with those a little bit. I'm not going to get... No, like, Brittany Broski was talking about... Because she likes listening to ASMR Ghost videos, and then she found one dude who's like really good at the voice and has the full he like completely has the full outfit and just has a whole Discord and Patreon around pretending to be ghosts and doing cameos for people, and he's like really good at it. No,
it's not for men, it's for women.
It's for women, and she regularly gets him to make videos for her, and like she has some of them posted, and I was weak. The quality is pretty astounding. You'd think it was coming straight. Actually, you wouldn't even think it was coming straight from the developers because they would never. It's just his passion in becoming that character. Mm-hmm. There's something there with masks. Well, that's all I'm going to say. It's a mystery there.
There's some mystery.
I'm trying to guess what characters you would like based on now I'm learning your taste. You see how my tastes don't match at all. Master Chief and Sora...
You seem
Shad.
Like the hero.
Is Shad a hero?
Like the good guys. Well, yeah. I mean, he was, fighting for Hyrule.
He was kind of just like at a bar one time where the hero was.
No, they were looking at like ways to stop Ganon. They had like a map on the table.
They had a map. That's true. Oh, someone just pointed out. Is that why girls like women like the Scream mask?
Yes.
Killer? Yep. 1,000%.
I think so.
1,000%. I recently watched Scream for the first time last year.
Really?
And I was like, this isn't scary to me because I love it. It's like so attractive.
This isn't scary to me. I'm into it.
I'm into it. This is fun. And even like in Dead by Daylight too, he's like cute. The mask makes him fun.
You, I'm into it.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. The Scream connection is a perfect connection to make. Darth Vader, Mally Farsarm, not so much. Not so much the Darth Vader. That's the line.
Bad?
Well,
evil?
James Earl Jones has a fantastic voice. It's just not a sexy voice. It really comes down to the voice, I think.
Okay.
So like
Sora?
No, well, he doesn't have a mask. I'm talking about when they're masked up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sora's squeaky.
Okay.
And it's like I don't like Sora anymore because that would be a crime. I liked Sora when I was Sora's age. It's weird how your brain works that way, But like I could still
I am revisiting. Like, I'm revisiting a lot of my old crushes, and it's like, what happened there?
What happened there?
I'm glad we recovered from whatever that was.
Give me another one. I'm curious to what another one is for you, if you can think of one.
My most recent video game crush is Emmett Selk from the Final Fantasy XIV series.
Emmett Selk. Let's look him up.
He's a long-standing... He's kind of got, like... You can tell that I hit a point where I've started leaning more towards, like, the older men.
Oh, interesting.
But Emmett Selk is like the tortured villain anti-hero of Final Fantasy XIV. Okay. It's very I can fix him.
Him?
But he's so cool. Yeah, okay. So the outfit,
I don't love the outfit, Sarah.
All the outfits so far have been questionable. Stop holding him up like that. But he's got Riz. He's got Riz, Haley!
He looks like a little maid, which is kind of fun. I like it. He wears a nightie like what my mom wears to bed.
he doesn't even get a better outfit. That's the same thing.
Oh,
That's like, I
really?
mean, like, that's the worst part. It's like, there's not a better outfit. It's a man in a dress.
I love it.
But he's evil, and we're into that.
I love it because he's confident. Men in dresses, 1,000%.
Confident.
100% confidence. I'm into it. Do you want to hear my most embarrassing one? And I mentioned this once on a Game Query episode back when I did Game Query with Leo.
Most embarrassing.
And people still bring it up like freaking 8 years later. Mewtwo. I had a huge crush on Mewtwo. Do I need to show Mewtwo? I think everyone knows what Mewtwo looks like. When that Pokemon movie came out where he was in the first Pokemon movie. Is it because of
his voice? Is it because he kind of has a sexy voice?
Maybe. If just in case anyone's not familiar, this is Mewtwo.
But he kind of has like a sexy voice.
And yeah, he's just like something about the way that he was just like, and like could absolutely obliterate the hero we've been obsessed with for so many seasons. And he was just like so strong. I don't know. I really had a crush on him like a lot. And I was like, this should be happening. And I don't anymore. I'm 30 now. I promise.
Yeah. I definitely don't. Yeah, okay. You want to hear mine? That's kind of in a similar vein.
Yes.
I had a crush on very, very specifically Sonic X Sonic from the cartoon show.
100% understand.
Sonic, very, very specific Sonic X Sonic because he was so angsty.
Yes. He's the most angsty one. I 100% get Sonic crushes. That's the version you're talking about, right?
Yeah, yes. Angsty Sonic.
Yes. I used to have crushes on Sonic too, but only specific Sonics. And I think that is the best, most crushable one is Sonic X. I totally agree.
Yeah. It's a very specific Sonic.
Yeah, because he's cocky and he's fun. Oh, thanks for the great giant bomb. We're having a weird conversation. Come on in.
We're talking about video game crushes.
Sonic X, Mewtwo. My most recent one is probably Arthur Morgan. Like I love Arthur Morgan.
Yes. But it's like I have a crush on Arthur Morgan, not in like a little girl way, you know, but in a very adult way, like in like a very like I like very much like respect him.
Yes.
And then I also love him.
I'm in love with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a crush.
Yeah, I'm in love with him.
You can just say it. You're in love with him.
It's not a crush. I'm in love.
You're in love with him. Who's that Pokemon Haley has a crush on? It's Mewtwo. Yeah, no. That was just for a limited time, and it's done, and we've moved on. But I'm not going to lie and pretend it didn't happen, because it happened. And, I mean, who of us hasn't crushed on someone in Pokemon? Usually it's Misty or someone more reasonable. For me, it's Mewtwo. That's fine.
Or like a human. Usually it's a human and not the Pokemon. Well, not actually. It's a lot of the Pokemon.
Oh my god. Everyone, the Lopunny evolution, that's like...
Yeah, Jesus.
It's, ugh.
Where are you supposed to look?
I mean, I shouldn't judge and say, yuck, I'm literally just said I used to have a crush on Mewtwo, but you know what I mean. But
different. You like Mewtwo for his personality, not his thighs. Right? You liked him for his voice and who he was. Which is basically, right, Haley?
Yeah.
Right?
I liked him for his personality that we got to see so much of. Definitely not his thighs and fingers. Moving on. But Arthur Morgan, right? That one's more reasonable and totally
Arthur
normal.
Morgan, that's very grown up. Very responsible.
That's my grown up pick. Like, it got to a point in that game where it's like, when all those scenes with Mary... where she's like, I can't date you anymore. My brain was like, how are you doing this? You're nuts. It made me so angry. And all you can do is just be like, oh, well, more for me. He's mine now. But
he's a good man.
He's a good man.
A good man.
My partner got me a cameo from his voice actor, Roger Clark, for my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
He was so sweet. He was, he's so good at cameos because, like, he knows he's on there for Arthur Morgan. You know, sometimes the cameos are like, they're kind of like skirt around the character that they're most well known for. Like, hi, I'm blank and whatever. He's like, hey there, it's me, Roger Clark. How's it going?
I don't know if I'd be able to listen to. I feel like I would just like I would be fangirling too much and like I'd probably drop dead on the spot.
He 100% knows what it's about because do you know what he literally did in the cameo? And we didn't even have to ask him for this. He just went, hey Haley, "Hi, girl, good. You're a good girl, Haley." He literally did that. I was like, "Oh!" And I was like to my partner, I was like, "Did you ask him to do that?" He was like, "No."
I would drop dead.
I was like,
I would
"For
never
free?"
recover. For free? Like, how much did you pay him for that?
Like, he told my partner told him about how, like, I was in law school and I got the platinum and all that, so there was like things to talk about. He's like, "You got the platinum." I said, "You're a good girl for that." I was like, "Oh."
I would die. I would never recover.
I would die. I died a little bit. Yeah, Roger does have the riz. And he 100% knows, because that was the meme at the time, right? It's like, if you're playing Red Dead, have a female horse, because you'll hear a lot better voice lines for petting your horse than if you have a male horse.
That's true.
100%.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, I only ever had mares.
I never thought about that.
No, really? I always did that on purpose.
I literally was like, a part of me was like, should I replay it?
Yes.
Trying to play the game again?
Yes, and you have to get rid of that first pinto you get, because it's always a male, and switch it out for a mare immediately so that you can hear it. And just spam pat your horse until you're level 4, and then when you're just out riding, you can hear that all the time. It's perfect. But yeah, I mean, it was like, that was the dream. I was like, this is the best present I ever received, and I replayed it numerous times. What's your adult pick?
Well,
got a recent one?
I also had a crush on Yakuza Majima, but only Yakuza 0 Majima.
Okay.
Not any of the other Yakuza Majimas, because he gets a little crazy. But I feel like just like I feel like standard, like, yeah. Okay, well, don't call him that. It's very complicated. Yeah, okay, but very specifically Yakuza 0 Majima when he has a ponytail.
Oh, because long hair, of course. Okay.
Yeah, he had a very, very good story on Yakuza 0, and then they just, like,
upgrade.
Just goes crazy.
Immediately upgrade.
Yes! That's my man!
No, I see it. Immediately upgrade. See, I'm really having a crush on Ichiban right now, playing through Yakuza Like a Dragon, the 7th one. He's so cute.
I feel like a lot of the Yakuza men are, like, very crushable.
Yeah.
You know, like, they constantly, I feel like, are taking their shirts off. And like wrestling each other.
Oh my god.
But it doesn't feel like for the female. It feels very like not for the female gaze, like very like male gazy, but it's like I can enjoy it too.
Yeah, no, I just did a mission where he got captured and he's getting hung up by his arms and he's shirtless and I'm like, yippee! Like that fantastic scene. It was meant to be a scene where you're like, oh no, I'm a bit worried, and I was like, more scene. This is fine.
More.
I don't.
Yeah, there was like the like a Dragon Ishin, they did like a bathhouse scene where they were fighting naked in the tub. Ooh. And there was just this little like steam cloud following around their like unmentionables.
Him and Namba and Dachi?
No, it was Kiryu and someone else.
Oh, it's earlier one. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was older. But I definitely feel like all Yakuza men are fair game.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, whatever female characters they give us in the party, too, that are always kind of B tier. Also fair game. Also cute. Yeah. Normalize the female thirst. 1000%. That's what we're trying to do here on Bonus Pod, is normalize female thirst.
Yeah. Well, it's like, remember that chain scene from Resident Evil 4 Remake with Leon Kennedy?
Yes.
And Luis, the chain scene?
Yep.
Who did that? I want to know who was responsible for that.
Someone smart.
Who, like, there's no way anyone could look at that and not just be like, this is the hottest thing I've seen in a video game.
Resident Evil 4.
In a very, very long time.
The entirety of Resident Evil 4 is hot. Like, I say that, not the Plagas, maybe, like, well, and some of those more gross monsters. All the playable characters, Ada Wong, Leon, they're all cute. They're all hot. Just those two, maybe. Now that I think about it, if I'm really going to boil things down. Just those two. Yeah. They really did cook with that one, yeah, 1000%.
More of that, please.
More. I mean, Resident Evil 8 was cooking with its Lady Demetrius.
That's true.
They went back to their roots with her. I was a big fan of her. And the internet exploded.
But like Ethan Winters was kind of lame.
Oh, he's extremely lame.
He's no Leon Kennedy.
No.
I think that's his thing.
I think he's supposed to have no personality, and then everyone he encounters has ample, so that you don't care about him that much. I mean, I can't even. You just said Ethan. And I was like, I forgot that was even his name.
Yeah, right. Speaking of, I feel like as I get older, my interest in like pathetic men has like gone up. You know, like Alan Wake.
Yes.
You know, when he's like crawling around on the ground, like crying, and like he's having his little like breakdown. I was like, why am I like into this?
But all the other times where he's being
this
capable.
Man, yeah, like crawling around, crying, screaming.
For me, it was I think Alan Wake is super cute, but then when it's Scratch Alan, I'm like,
yeah, not cute.
No, yes, for me opposite. I was like cuter.
Wait, you like Scratch Alan?
A little bit in some scenes. Some scenes it's not so cute. Some scenes he kind of looks a little dirty, grungy, and I'm like, man. And then some scenes he looks purposefully grunge. There's like a difference. Like one grunge kind of looks like he hasn't showered and he's not taking care of himself, and the other grunge looks like he's going to a show and he looks cool and he's ready for it. Like where he has a leather jacket. That scene, that's the cutest Scratch is in that whole game.
Oh, you mean when he takes it from my husband?
Yeah, he took it from your husband and some other stuff happened. But he looked the best he's ever looked.
Fair.
Can you give me that?
From?
Can you give me that?
I'll give it to you.
And then like Alex Casey.
Alex Casey's cute too. In a pathetic, like I'm recently divorced, having the worst time of my life kind of way.
Yeah, you can fix him. And Alan Wake.
I say on the deepest dive, I was like, I want to be Alex Casey's second ex-wife.
Yeah, you were mad at when she showed up in the film. You were like, that's supposed to be me. Because you know that's his in real life wife, which is very sweet that he brought her to the game.
Damn it.
But also, damn it. I'm dating him, Alan Wake, Mr. Door, and Saga all at the same time, all four. And Dr. Darling, too. He's also cute. And Auntie. Throw Auntie in there.
Some more on top. Throw Auntie in there. Actually, you know what? Throw Cynthia on top. I bet she looked nice when she was younger. Throw her on top. We don't want to leave anyone out.
I don't want to put her on top. I don't want to put her in there. I'm going to veto that. I'm going to veto Cynthia's involvement in that. Oh, amazing. We talked about that for 40 minutes. I love it. That's so fast. There's a lot
to unpack.
There is a lot to unpack. I'm sure some psychiatrist could look at our lineups and tell us something unique about our dating habits now. You seem very on brand. I liked how yours were very like check, like very consistent.
Yeah. I feel like yours is on brand, but we need to like dig into it more in some areas. I think you yourself are like, none of mine relate, but I feel like they do. There has to be a connection.
A thread line
between Mewtwo, like Arthur Morgan, and the Halo guy. Like there has to be a thread there.
Stoicism.
Yeah, we need to start something like from Mewtwo to Master Chief or something and see how we got. Yeah, stoicism?
Maybe, because I also think Geralt is like so cute. But then like when I like girl characters, I don't want them to be stoic. I want them to be silly and like bantery and fun.
Yeah, I think it's fine to like different things from different genders.
That's
true.
To
be into different things.
That's true. I want men to be angry and women to be fun.
Women to be happy.
That's what I want in general. My whole life. Just kidding, man. You're allowed to be happy too. Geralt's voice also. Maybe it's just voice, except for Sora. But you have to think about it as a kid when I liked Sora. So I feel like we could cut Sora out. Maybe it's just down to voice.
Mm-hmm.
Good voices.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's might be all I need. If you got a good voice, you're in.
Yep. Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club. Moving on to our next topic, which I'm very excited to talk to you about. I've gone down a rabbit hole with this too, is Grand Theft Auto 5 role-playing servers.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I watched a live stream of yours a few weeks ago, and you were talking all about the ones you were watching, and I had known that this kind of stuff happens, but I never, you know how you always like, you start to peek behind the curtain and it's 1,000 times crazier than what you thought actually happens in those things. I cannot believe how structured this pseudo society is in Grand Theft Auto 5.
It really is a pseudo society. So I guess for people who don't know, they recently updated the Grand Theft Auto 5 RP servers. The no pixel servers is what they were called. Yeah. Where essentially you just like get a character, go into the world, and you like role play as this character. And they came out with a big update, the 4.0 update. I think it runs a lot better. It looks a lot better. I was only slightly into it previously, but it opened up like a month ago.
Okay.
And it's like a brand new server. Everyone's starting from scratch, which is kind of nice. So you can like jump in all on the same foot. A bunch of Twitch streamers do it, but I also think there's just a bunch of people who they just genuinely really like to RP on the Grand Theft Auto 5, because it's literally Grand Theft Auto 5 the game, but it's been modified in such a way that it's become like an MMO.
Yeah.
Of living. I don't know. It's wild. And I started watching one streamer, and then you kind of end up like watching another streamer, and then eventually there's like I have like 3 streamers that I all like stream GTA 5 RP, and like I work from home, so now I have time to just throw up an 8-hour live stream in the background while I work.
Yeah.
And just like follow along. But there's like jobs you can do. Like you can sign into your job to get money. You can like, the rules are so strict. Like they're really strict on like valuing human life.
What
so,
do
like
you mean?
can't just go around killing people. That's like deeply frowned upon. Like you have to have like a role play purpose. If you want to be like a serial killer, you have to ask the server mods, like, can I please be a serial killer?
That's so interesting.
And you have to get like approval, right? Or else you'd have like 20 serial killers running around at any time.
Yeah.
If you do get injured or hurt or in an accident, you do have to like role play it. You know, you can't just like walk away from a car crash. You have to be like, "Oh, owie, my bones, my ribs, it hurts." And even like the glitches, like I sent you that clip of someone getting hit by a train multiple times because the game was glitching out, and like you just have to, I don't know, scream through it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I like, is there's such a respect for dedication. You cannot break the immersion or you get banned. I was looking at that no pixel one you're talking about. I was looking into like, the most popular ones, the best ones, and apparently that no pixel one is the best. And I was looking at the process to get into that server. It's like applying for a job. Genuinely, you do an interview and they decide to let you in or not. That's amazing. Like,
and you also have to like pay too. Like if you're not like a Twitch streamer or like really popular, there's like a $30 a month subscription you can pay.
Oh my gosh.
To like be more considered, I guess, or like be a member of the community.
To show up in other people's streams, like, is the incentive there?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's just like to play on like the big server, you know?
Yeah.
To play with the big dogs of GTA RP.
And like everyone has character pages, so you can click on their character page and learn who they are, what their backstory is. You can't, you know, they've highly encouraged having flaws. You can't just be like, it's kind of like D&D, honestly. You can't just be, I'm the strongest person in the land and I've never lost a fight and I'm hot and animals love me. You have to be like, I'm struggling with addiction and I was homeless, now I'm doing okay, and this. Like, you have to have a backstory where you have actual struggles and problems and stuff, which I think is hilarious. And then I was watching one, and it's these 2 guys got into an altercation verbally, and then they just called the police, and they were just standing in a parking lot, and the police came over, and it was the most well-mannered. It was still funny because they're, you know, in acting out this situation, it's inherently comical because you're like, this is a 2013 video game and people are reading Miranda rights correctly to people on the street.
Have you seen court? Have you seen a court session?
I was watching videos of the court session, and one guy was,
oh my god,
literally following semi-structured court procedure, like pretty damn close, like decently close court procedure. I was so impressed.
Like lawyers. And there's like 4-hour court cases, and they like present evidence, and they bring up witnesses, and it's like, it really is just like a micro world. It's like a world within a world, because they built like a PC in it too, so you can use a PC in the game.
What?
For things as well. Yeah.
How does that work?
The things you can get up to, I have no clue.
That's crazy. See, so
but I think it all depends on who you watch.
Yeah.
Too. Like, I think you have to watch someone who's entertaining and really committed to RP. So, like, recently I was watching, like, the upcoming, like, mayoral elections in the GTA 5 RP, and, like, 2 big streamers were, like, going head-to-head to be mayor of Los Santos.
I watched that video you sent me of him he's just campaigning. He's genuinely walking around and campaigning like a real mayoral candidate would do.
Like, please vote for me. And then it's fun to like, I don't know, it's fun to see what they get up to, and it's like a weird like Big Brother thing too, where I'm like, oh, I want to watch this from like Moon's perspective, so now I have to go back and find his stream, and it's like, oh, now I want to watch it from like Squeak's perspective, so now I have to go find his stream.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I'm absolutely addicted. It's kind of like, it's not as popular as it used to be at the beginning of January, but I think it's one of those things that's gonna like come and go depending on like what's going on in the server. I think it's gonna be very much like a seasonal thing.
But it's popping off right now a lot, just because of the update, maybe?
Because of the 4.0, I think added a bunch of stuff to the game. But it's been like, I don't know, it's just been crazy watching people try and roleplay, and then like watching like big streamers, because it's kind of like an opportunity for like smaller streamers too.
Yeah.
You know, like you come in as like a smaller streamer, and people will be like, do they have a Twitch channel? A lot of people stream while they play. So they're like, oh, just like this player, does this character have a Twitch channel? And then it kind of helps, you know, you get to, like, streamers so rarely get to actually play games or like interact with each other, especially like smaller streamers to bigger streamers. So I feel like it's kind of like an American Idol type situation, or like America's Got Talent, where it's like, okay, now's your shot. Get in there.
Improv.
Impress the masses with your improv.
Yeah, because it's just improv comedy, genuinely. Well, some people are very strict. Like, some people are just genuinely doing legal procedure or like, whatever. But the ones that you showed me were very much, you know, they would mute themselves to laugh hysterically when something weird happened or whatever. Like, those are I find that the most entertaining kind of content relating to it. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done it? Have you ever gone in and tried to roleplay?
No, I looked into how to apply for it, and it just seems so complicated.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, like, you gotta sign up for the server, you gotta download this, you gotta sign up for that, and I'm like, and then it's like, it's a time commitment, right? 'Cause some of these people, somebody mentioned in my chat on Saturday that when this first launched, this person spent more time as their GTA 5 RP character, like, than their actual self.
No, I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
They were literally playing the game. They were going so hard that they spent more hours playing as their, like, in-game character than, like, existing as, like, a normal human.
That's so hilarious but sad.
Yeah. It, like, kind of reminds me of Second Life, but, like, more structured.
And, yeah, it makes... And voice is very much, like, it's almost a prerequisite to have your mic on, and you need to talk. You can't just type. You need to actually act like, things out.
They say that, like, you have to have, like, a good mic. Like, that's, like, step one, is you can't, no mics. Like, you must have a mic. It's got to be a good mic.
Yeah. So today I tried to join one today. I was like, I'm going to just see how hard it is to get in. So I only ever played GTA 5 on console, so I bought it on Steam. It was like $10. It was fun. And I downloaded the 5M mod, which was such an amazing mod. I was so impressed. There was a terms and conditions I had to agree to before downloading it, and it was better written than most terms and conditions for actual video games. I was like, there is clearly a company making these mods and making a ton of money from it, because it was so well done. And then it's this whole... You open up 5M instead of GTA 5. It's like it's like a launcher. And when you...
It's a launcher, yeah.
Yeah, and then when I clicked on it, there was a bunch of Discord, or a bunch of servers that I could join. And then, like you were saying, most of them were... You would click it, and then it would connect to your Discord. And if you didn't have the Discord qualifier, then it didn't let you in. So a lot of them you have to interview... like, give them your information, then they let you in. You have to tell them what your character's like, and then you're allowed to roleplay. But I got into one server. It was just called Canadian something. But I was in there for, like, 40 minutes, and no one joined. I was by myself.
Wow, I mean, yeah, you went way deeper than I did.
Yeah, but, I mean...
I was trying to get on, like, the big server. I was like, please let me in.
That's where it's fun, right? Like, literally no one was in this one that I found. Probably some guy made it, and he goes to high school or something, and no one was active on it.
That's the thing, is, like...
Because it was open to join.
Yeah, it really depends on, like, having other people there, too, and, like, making your own fun as well.
Yeah, so I think I would want to apply to a fun server and actually join it where there's other people. Especially, it seems appealing to do, like, a Twitch... Where they appeal to Twitch streamers, because those people have... spunky personalities usually if they're content making with their personality. Yeah. So it'd be fun to bounce off them and just do silly situations. 'Cause, like, that would be so fun. if you were to make a character, what would you have you ever thought about that? What would your character would be?
I was like thinking about it, and I'd want to do just like, because I'm not as familiar with the server, so I'd want to do someone from like the Midwest who like moves to Los Santos.
Okay.
And it's just like, oh gee, like what's all this about crime in this area? I don't know about crime.
You'd have a Southern accent?
And there's like constantly like, well, with the Midwest accent, but like there's like constantly people getting like hit by cars, and you're just supposed to be like, oh no, are you okay? And it's just the normalization of GTA 5 antics is what really gets me.
Yeah, it's like someone will get absolutely mowed down in front of you, and you just have to be like, whoa, are you okay, sir?
Yeah, and then they recently like introduced guns to the server. Like they didn't have guns for like the first month.
Oh, okay.
And now there's like guns floating around, and like it's a lot of like the developers have to be really on top of it, because I think like recently they found out that if you were doing a tow truck, like one of your jobs can be like towing. You can literally tow cars like mid driving, and you can grab them like a grappling hook, and they'll go like flying into the tow truck and just smash them.
Oh, so
it's a lot of like unintended consequences. Yeah.
But then you just get banned so quick, right? As soon as you start being
it's like,
naughty.
It's like they're like, yeah. Well, I think like the police. There's like an entire police squadron of actual people.
Yeah.
Who for some reason want to roleplay as police officers, and they had to like step in and be like, okay, like before you tow a car, you need to take a photo of it parking illegally. If you don't have a photo of the car parking illegally, like you don't get paid. Or, like, we will arrest you, you know?
What?
Like, you can't just, like... Because they were literally holding cars hostage by ripping them off the roads.
Oh, I see.
And then driving away with them.
And trolling and just... Yeah. Oh, my God. That's so funny that has been created. See, what I really like about this is, like, growing up... You have siblings? Do you?
Yeah.
Did you, like, play pretend with your siblings a lot? Because I think this kind of... My sister and I, even today... like when we call each other, I don't just say hi Emma. I'm like, you have a big head calling me at this hour, or like we'll just like come up with characters or something, and it'll be like, I can't believe you're calling me right now, and the other like she'll just know to be like, I had to, and we'll do that for 2 minutes and then actually say what we wanted to say, and that's very much what this is all about. It's just being spunky and stuff. So I feel like I really want to try it. It would be really fun.
I know. I want to get in so bad.
We have to maybe
let me in. Let me into
plus,
the No Pixel servers.
Us trying to get into No Pixel.
I can be entertaining. I swear.
You totally could, and you have the Twitch following to do it.
I want you to go to court. Like I want you to be a lawyer, and I'll be your paralegal.
Oh, see, this is what my character would be. So this is another thing that I've come up with is so my character, she's a lawyer by day, and then this is another character I've come up with like in my everyday life, and then at night she's the Gray Bandit, and. She likes to steal gray. Anything gray, she steals. So she's not interested in money.
So specific.
It's because I have this character with my sister. I have this striped pajama set that's gray. And this character came out of just the Gray Bandit. So whenever my sister was wearing a gray hoodie, I would just jump on her and rip her hoodie off and steal it and run away. So it's like an ongoing joke. And
the Gray
I'm
Bandit.
like, that's the perfect subplot. It's like, that's my hitch. It's like I can't help it. I have to steal gray at nighttime. So I'll
steal gray things.
I'll leave my court in the morning and I'll run, and then I'll become the Gray Bandit, and I'll start stealing gray cars or gray guns, and no money because I don't care about the green.
The cops will be like, interesting. Someone's only stealing gray things.
I would love to see if they would catch on. That would be the thing. And then if they'd ever catch me and say, oh, wait, the Gray Bandit looks a lot like that lawyer that's at court every day. And then if I got caught, it would be a whole reveal.
The Gray Bandit strikes again.
Exactly. That would be my subplot. But then I don't know the rules of like, do I write that in my bio thing, or do I keep that to myself for the server to find out?
I think you'd write it in your bio, because like one of their like most strict rules is like no metagaming.
Oh.
So like unless you learned of it in the game, like if you saw it on a Twitch stream or read it on Twitter, it doesn't exist to your like in-game character.
Oh, that's nice. So then I could,
and
they could still be in on the joke, but be like, where have you been? Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that's like unless someone figured it out in game, it would not be allowed.
I love it. Okay, that makes me want to do the Gray Bandit thing, so then I can explain the Gray Bandit, and everyone at court will be like, why does she only wear gray suits? And I'll just love gray. No one will know I'm truly the bandit.
She's the Gray Bandit.
What would
Lawyer by day, bandit by night.
You would have to be if you were my paralegal, you could be like my Gray Robin. What would be that? The Gray Bandit's
It's true.
Robin equivalent. The
It's
Warbler.
gotta be like gray, but spelled with like an E instead of an A.
the slightly lighter shade of gray. Someone said,
Yeah.
You be my pigeon. The Gray Pigeon.
Yeah,
And
the
Smokey.
bandit and Smokey.
Ooh, I like that.
The Gray Bandit and Smokey.
Do you think we'd have to get permission to be car thieves though, or
No.
No, they're not strict about that. It's just
No.
killing people.
If it was in RP, you're allowed to like steal and stuff.
Okay, cool. It's only because I'm guessing if you kill someone in the server, they're timed out for a certain period. It's kind of a bummer.
No, you can like when you get downed, someone just has to bring you back to the hospital.
Oh.
And
Like
just revive you. And they basically, like real life, like you just have to get brought back to like the EMS. There's a lot of emergency start. They'll just come pick you up.
There's people role-playing as EMS to come pick up people who are dead. That's amazing.
Yes.
Maybe that could be our day
you.
jobs.
EMS workers?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Because then you encounter a lot of people and
they have a lot of
situations.
Like code words too about like, so like if your computer's having issues, you can be like, oh, hold on, like my brain's not working, like let me just fix my brain 1 second. Or like if you're streaming, you say like eyes open or eyes closed if you're not streaming.
Okay.
So people know. There's also like, since there's so many emotes in the game and like it's really hard to pick up. If people will be like, oh, how are you walking like that? And they're like, oh, I'm just feeling really like happy 5. It's like the happy 5 emote, but like you can't literally just be like, yeah, so like press F12, open up the emotes. You have to be like, oh, and like they say that you look with your like other eye is like the game overlay. They're like, oh yeah, I use my like other eye to like open the trunk of the car.
Oh.
So it's very like, they're very specific on the terminology you can use.
That's interesting. I did hear some of that in the videos I was watching. Is like, can you come over here and keep your voice down? And then the streamer didn't know what that meant, and they're like, oh, I think if you feel sleepy, like sleeping on ZZZ, that might make your voice a little quieter if you feel sleepy. And the guy was like, oh, press Z. It's so funny the lengths they were going to, though, to not say press Z.
Yes.
But they'll come up with whole new ways to say that. I really appreciate the dedication. I think that's such a unique, weird corner of the internet, and I want to actually get in a server where spunky people are. I'm also intrigued by Red Dead Redemption role-playing too, though, but that seems way more low-key.
Tried that.
It seems like trail rides and you just walk, like it's so chill.
Yeah, I think after the GTA one, they switched to Red Dead, and it was like, it just didn't have like the depth that the GTA 5 servers did. It's also like a much bigger, like it's harder to get places on the map.
Yeah.
Riding a horse versus like riding a car, and there's a lot more empty space.
100%, yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see more of like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Be more popular. I don't know. It just seems like so much fun. Like this is what I'm totally into.
You know who I want to see do this so bad is Leo. I bet Leo would be so good at this. Like,
oh my
with
God.
Like just think of like Blumpo. Like
Blumpo?
Yeah, like that's literally what he does all the time. We make him
He would be so good.
He could just be Blumpo in Grand Theft Auto 5 and run around and have adventures. It'd be perfect. And honestly, I feel like all these skills translate to D&D as well. Like it seems like if you like D&D, you'd probably like GTA 5 roleplay too. It's just a D&D campaign, a lot of people, but you just steal cars and stuff. You
steal cars. You work at Senior Buns. You make burgers.
Yeah, I saw a full restaurant. Everyone in the restaurant was working, and then there was like a manager who's getting mad at people on their phone, like real life. I was like, that's so funny.
Yeah, like the jobs you can have is you can be like a Senior Buns worker. You can be, these are like the low level jobs. You can be a tow truck driver. You can be like sanitation, like trash collectors.
Okay.
You can also be a grime driver, which is Amazon.
So I saw people with the
Amazon
grime truck.
packages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you drive it around, and then you can be a Gruber driver.
That's
or
hilarious.
You're an Uber driver, and they'll have you pick up like what they call locals, which are just like NPCs from the game.
Yeah.
You can just pick them up and like drop them off for money. There's so much you can do. You can buy like a house. You can buy like an apartment. You can buy a car. It's wild. I think some people just like to grind though. Like some people are just like, I just want to make as much money as possible. I don't really care about role play. Like, and then some people are like, I'm Yeah, some people are like, I'm broke, but I roleplay really well.
I would be broke.
I'm a pillar of the community. I think you get paid for being a lawyer. Like you can like sign in. You have to. People keep saying like pass the bar, and I can't tell if there's a real bar exam they make you take or like.
Oh my god.
If you're just allowed in or not.
There's got to be other lawyers who've tried this. I would love to know like what they think of it because yeah, what would that even I think maybe a new show plus opportunity. I tried to become a lawyer and
let me into the No Pixel server.
We'd have to first
Your
apply.
Honor, yes, and yeah.
Exactly.
How do I get in? Let me in.
And I don't even know how to litigate, so I would be bad at it. Like I would be a bad lawyer in there. It would just be so entertaining to.
I would be accidentally like punching people for sure.
I see that happen a lot.
I would accidentally because I've never played GTA 5.
Oh
so
no.
I'd be accidentally like misclicking, punching, like. It would be all over the place.
I saw that in the mayor video. He was campaigning with a bunch of people, and he walked up. He's like, "What do you want most out of the city?" And he just hit him in the face, and everyone in the server brought out their cell phones and started recording him like you would in real life.
They were like
and he was like, "Hey, put the phones down, put the phones down." They're like, "We're putting this all over Twitter."
They have a real Twitter too called Twatter.
Oh my god, it's just amazing. I think I need to do it, and if maybe I could convince you to do it too.
You don't. I'm already in it. We just have to get on the server. I don't know how.
We'll get in there. We'll apply. We'll do the interview.
If someone finds how we can get in. Yeah, the Gray Bandit and Smokey.
Yeah, that needs to be priority too. We could switch jobs. Our day jobs could fluctuate, but we always need to have the Gray Bandit Smokey duo for nighttime crimes.
It does seem like if you have someone else to RP with, it's so much more fun.
Yeah, that's
than like 100%. Trying to RP by yourself.
Yeah, because then you're just kind of, it's like that feeling when you just walk up to groups of people already talking and you're like, ah, and they're like,
hi guys.
Exactly. That was just
yeah.
I also think it's fun. And then as soon as I was in the server waiting for someone to join, I was so anxious. Like my social anxiety isn't that bad anymore. I used to have really bad social anxiety as a kid. And I was genuinely like, oh, I wonder if someone's going to join. Like, what would I say? Like, how do you walk up to, like, it was so weird how that became a thing.
I know. And I was watching Squeaks, who is like my favorite No Pixel streamer to watch, and they were like doing a drag race with cars, and it was raining, and they were going up a mountain pass, and everyone's car fell off the mountain into the river. And they just RP through it. And they were just standing on the riverbed, and it just got really quiet, and he just mutes, and he goes, guys, I just got real social anxiety right now. He's like, everyone is staring at me, and I don't know what to say.
He has to pretend to be drowning.
Right? Well, yeah, they did. You have to, like, RP the drowning as you're, like, going out of the car. It's so funny.
That's amazing. I love it. Well, thank you for showing me that world that I didn't realize has its own economy.
Hyperfixating on my hyperfixation.
Thank you for giving me a new hyperfixation. So we have time. We have a time for a couple comments. A couple people could hop up here and chat with us, too. We are already over, so maybe just a couple, if that's okay. I see Kath has her hand up. We invite you up, Kath. Sorry, I didn't see these hands earlier because when I have Sarah nice and big, it hides everything.
My bad. Sorry, everybody.
God, Sarah. Hi, Kath.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just want you to say you should play the Dark Anthology trilogy together because you can switch, decide which character you play and switch their perspective.
Yeah, that's a really good one to play with friends. My friends and I have played a couple of them. Like the one that Ashley Tisdale was in, we played that one. And the
Devil and Me, their latest one, is really good.
Is that the space one?
No, that's the hotel one.
Oh, the Saw-esque one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one looked good. I saw clips of that one that looked very stressful where like 2 planes of glass were going to crush someone. I don't know what happens, but it was very...
Yeah, and sometimes you like a decision that you made like an hour and a half ago end up setting your life.
Oh, really? I love that with those games. I mean, yeah, I wish I hadn't played The Quarry or Until Dawn because that would be the perfect one. But
yeah, those ones are really good.
Yeah.
But I suggest The Devil and Me for the both of you because there's some character that you want to kill. They're so annoying.
Oh, really? Like some we want to get rid of?
Yeah, and we never did. We never managed.
You never managed to? Yeah, no, there was a couple of them like this. I played the Salem one too, and I didn't like the twist in that one. I won't spoil it, but I was pretty like, I don't know. I think Until Dawn is such a good game. It's kind of hard to follow it up in short episodic format, but we liked the Ashley Tisdale one pretty good. We thought that one was pretty good.
The Ashley Tisdale one was
the Dark Anthology is more into reality and like what is not Dark Anthology, so Until Dawn and the Ashley Tisdale thing, the Quarry. It's more like spooky, with like fantasy vibe. The Devil in Me is about a serial killer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, that feels like a good one, and those aren't too scary. They have like a couple jump scares, but mostly it's just like I don't find Until Dawn that scary. Honestly, it's more fun than scary.
It's more stressful.
You look like you have
stressful.
A different fit in Sarah.
And I agree. I think it's like really stressful. It's so stressful and it's scary because you only have so long to make the decision. A lot of them are like last second decisions. And it's like, do I work well under pressure? Reaction? Yeah, the quick time events and stuff.
That's true. I like playing those with my sister because she's really bad at quick time events, so she'll just fall in rivers while things are chasing her and stuff. And 90% of the time they're not even really that contingent on you getting killed or whatever. It's usually only certain ones that you mess up that actually kill you, but she thinks anytime she messes up she's gonna die. So it's so fun to watch. She's not good with knowing where X, square, triangle, and circle are, so the whole time she's playing she has it like close to her eyes to make sure she can hit it really quick. It makes it really fun.
Changing the subject, I wanted to know your opinion, Haley, on Mr. Mime.
Oh.
Well, after the Mewtwo finger, I gotta know.
Similar fingers, so I can see why you brought him up. So I see the connection, but nothing there for me. Nothing there for me. I know everyone always says...
Is it the lack of thighs? Is it that he doesn't have any thighs?
Maybe. It's also kind of just, he doesn't seem like he has Riz, and someone just pointed out he doesn't have a voice.
Yeah, what if he had a sexy voice? Would that change it?
But he's a mime. It's completely the antithesis of his whole creation.
That's true. That's true.
He can't have a voice.
Is Mewtwo the only Pokemon that could speak English or like speak human language?
Meowth.
Could. Oh yeah, Meowth. Yeah, but I guess Meowth doesn't have a lot of Riz.
No, Meowth.
I think he does.
He's a cat. He's too animal.
It's got cat right in the name.
Mewtwo is way more humanoid. He's probably I love that I'm on the defense for this right now. I'm like, wait. Mewtwo's humanoid. You cannot, come on. He's essentially a dude that just got a little bit warped in a tube or something.
Well, isn't he a clone of something?
He's a clone of Mew, who's way more cat-like. So maybe
the little one.
Maybe they crossed his DNA with a human, so that's a bit better.
Okay, whatever you want to tell yourself.
You hate that? It makes me sleep a little. It makes me sleep a little bit better if we can pretend that's what happened, because it's not just
all that happened in that movie traumatized me as a child. I just remember crying, like bawling out in the cinema when Ash died.
Oh, I know.
Spoiler for the movie.
They really did.
I think
they made
all kids cry. I think it was my first movie trauma.
That was your first movie trauma. I'm seeing #cancel Haley in the chat. I'd like to formally apologize now and get ahead of it.
No. I did Google does Mewtwo have human, and then it was like human DNA, is Mewtwo part human? And they said that the Pokemon Adventures manga confirmed the theory as Blaine used his own DNA to help create Mewtwo.
There we
go.
It's
like a frog thing in Jurassic Park, but with human.
Who's Blaine?
So you're right. Who the hell knows?
Blaine Pokemon.
Well, that's not important.
Well, he's part of my crush. I mean, I have to know.
He's
Ew!
He's a gym leader.
Yucky!
Cinnabar Island gym leader. Wait, did you Google him?
Yeah. Do you see him on? I have him on the Twitch right now. Yuckers. He's a very old man.
You, that's your man right there. That's your father-in-law right there. Have some respect.
Well, I shouldn't be attracted to my father-in-law, so maybe that's good. He kind of gives father-in-law energy, so actually that's appropriate. That's my father-in-law.
At least he's human.
At least he's human. Rich, you were the one saying cancel Haley. All right. I cannot stand the hatred I'm getting just for wanting to love my boyfriend Mewtwo in the year 2024. At least he's part
Look, it's
human.
not video game, but if it can help you, I had a huge crush on Simba.
From
the Lion King.
I could see that.
I'll one up you there, Kovu.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't count. He's
you
so
just
sexy.
had to be edgy with it, didn't
Kovu. Kovu was
literal
cute.
He
emo
wanted to start
bad
a
boy
tribe of his
Simba.
own. He says that in the movie
he's
for children.
He's so cute. Also, the fish from Finding Nemo with the scar on his eye.
Scar?
Gil. Anyone? No one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know who you're talking about. I can agree with you.
Yeah, no, I wasn't asking for do you know who it is. I was asking for do you agree? The William Dafoe fish. Yes, exactly. I
Okay,
think
but okay.
Kovu though. Kovu's tops.
Yeah. I had to ask, since Ben is not there, we can talk about it. Baldur's Gate, not the companion, the NPC.
What's the best?
Who is your favorite NPC? Yeah.
Oh, not a companion, an NPC. I see what you mean.
Companion is easy. We all talk about it.
Oh, so like not.
We're gonna say Karlak so quick, but now we.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah,
like
that's
not
why.
Karlak.
Because I have a crush on Damon.
I feel like there's some hottie NPCs.
Yeah.
But for me, it's Damon.
Oh, Damon's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
Yeah.
I like the girl tiefling who's the musician too. She's cute.
Alfira?
Yeah. But technically she can become a companion in a weird way for a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. Odin. Or wait, what's the girl? The girl.
Oh, no,
Orin.
yeah, because I was thinking Orin. I was thinking Gortash. But
No,
I feel
no.
like he's a little bit of a fuckboy.
No,
Hey!
but Gortash, I think you just need to have a bath.
Yeah. He needs some love.
He looks just
Exactly.
like the protagonist in Final Fantasy 16. Because my partner was playing Final Fantasy 16 when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, especially Chapter 3. Does he not look identical to the protagonist of Final Fantasy 16? You've played both, Sarah.
He's not as attractive as Clive, but he does
Clive.
look similar.
But his
Someone
voice
said
is Jason
twins.
Isaac. Come on.
Someone said the Night Song, which I would agree with.
The night. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yes.
Yeah, without spoilers. I would agree.
Well, thank you so much, Kath, for coming up.
You got it. I'm helping you feeling the Master Chief to Mewtwo. I'm happy about that.
Thank you for helping me
What is
connect.
the pipeline?
And thank you for making sure that we all understood that Mewtwo is part human, so I'm safe. So I'm okay.
All right, ciao.
Thanks, Kath. Sil wants to come up here, too. Let me invite you to speak. Hi, Sil.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hi. Good. I wanted to say Raphael for Baldur's Gate.
Oh, good one. Good one.
That's
good
an
one.
obvious one. Why didn't we think of that?
It's
I mean,
weird-
you guys are all about the voice, and so
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
Raphael's
a
right
smash.
That's a perfect
Easy.
pick. It's weird how you don't
Easy
think of it,
smash.
and then as soon as someone says blank, you're like, of course.
Like, of course.
yeah. that's a
Honestly,
pretty
like
good
Baldur's
pick.
Gate was just chock full of
Yeah.
romance, like
Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
everything. Everyone
Everywhere
in
you
there's
look.
a crush. Yeah.
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 And I also wanted to say, in your defense from you two, people loved Crystal from Star Fox Adventures,
Crystal.
that
That's true.
blue
That's
fox lady. So I
Yep.
don't know if the non-human can really be
I mean,
used to
yeah.
attack you.
I mean,
yeah.
oh,
Let the first person
holy.
who's never loved something non-human, I'd throw the first stone, because I think we've all got. Remember Robin Hood, the fox from Robin Hood, the Disney one? What is
Yes.
Disney? Animated
yes.
Robin Hood. Oh yeah.
He was so cute.
That'll-
he was
that'll
so
do
nice. I mean, I just said
That'll do
Kovu
it.
and the fish from Finding Nemo. So those are also not. What's it like? Okay, so you're a furry if you like anthropomorphic, more like mammals. What if you like half human Mew hybrids? What would you be called? A Mewtwo-y? There's no word.
I
Yeah, I
don't know.
guess there's
That might be
no
a-
word
that'd be
for
past, like, my pay grade.
non-realistic.
The silence
Yeah.
was deafening just then. There was a solid 4 seconds of absolute silence. I was like, uh-oh. A mutant! Not weirder.
I like a
Fantastic.
Pokeperv.
Or a Pokeperv. That makes me sound a bit more illegal and in trouble.
Mutant gonna be like a new trending term on Twitter.
That would 100% be a Tumblr like hashtag if we were
my
in
God, not Tumblr.
2007.
The enabler of video game crushes.
1,000%. Oh, I'm sure everyone in that era had a Tumblr. That's how you accumulated your crushes into one place. It was the perfect format.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Sil. I love.
Anything else? One last little shout out.
Of course.
Please vote for the House Flipper Min-Max show tomorrow.
Of course.
Like, I am begging. I am on my hands and knees, like, just begging. Please vote for it.
Sarah, I would love to see you use your skills to
I need to see what the
Min-Max
description
office.
for that is. Yeah, it's the Min-Max office, right?
Making the Min-Max office. Yeah, I would love to see you decorate. Really add some charm to the place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks all.
Thanks, see you, buddy. All right, Not Weirder, you're going to be our last one of the day. Let me bring you up.
Hello.
Hello. I love Mutant.
Hi.
Perfect choice. That's my favorite one.
Kind of like a swerve at the end of the show. But Steam Next Fest just started, and I think it ends next week, like same time next week. So it's the perfect time to get on and chat a little bit about it. And I was wondering if you guys had any games you're planning on checking out for Steam Next Fest. A lot of great little indies being shown off.
What about you, Sarah?
Gosh, I haven't even looked at it yet. Looking at it now, Critter Crops is one of like the cute little farming games that I've been looking at. Botany Manor is a game that I really wanted to check out.
That's cute.
Yeah, Plum Grove. I like how they just like push all the ones on your wish list to the top. That's really useful. There's a bunch. Summer House looks really good. Magical Delivery looks really good. Honestly, Steam Next Fest has been so great just for like finally getting to play those games, the indie games that never have release dates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many games. I just love scrolling to the bottom and seeing those like games that no one has wishlisted. Just seeing those like one developer teams. It's really interesting to see those games.
What are you most looking forward to, Not Weirder?
There's the channel now in the Discord for Steam Next Fest, and I created a big list. I'm really excited for Cryptmaster, which is like a puzzly dungeon crawler game where you like take letters and combine them into words. It was shown off in Day of the Devs last summer. It has like a really cool black and white art style. I think that I'm interested in Pacific Drive.
Oh, yes.
Had, like press previews come out a few weeks ago. I really want to check that one out. I played a bit of Pepper Grinder. I saw you were talking about that.
Yeah.
On the Games channel. Yeah, I get your complaints about the drill being a bit like similar, but I don't know, it's fun, and I'm really glad that it's segmented into levels and not just like one huge Metroidvania, which I thought would be the case, but it's not, and I'm glad. Besides that, yeah, Ultros, which looks really cool. It's one of the Hotline Miami devs making like a Metroidvania.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's another game called Anti-Paint, which I found, and it looks very charming. You just like, I think it might be a Vampire Survivors like, I'm not entirely sure, but you're just like drawing over these like works of arts and battling enemies. I don't know, it looks super charming.
That looks fun. I'm really excited for Pacific Drive too. I've had my eye on that one for so long. It looks so cool. I'm so curious to what that game even is. It's like, you know, I love those kind of games where you're like, I think I get it. It's kind of like minuscule Death Stranding. I'm like, I think you fix a car and try to get somewhere, ? And that's about all I can figure out about it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that the previews kind of like enlightened a lot of the audience was that it's like actually a survival game. It's less like just like a straightforward narrative. There's a lot of like, I think rinse and repeat gameplay where you kind of just modify your car over time and level up and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Going out and then going back in with like better gear and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely interested. I think the demo will either tell me if it's for me or not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That kind of stuff tickles my brain. I almost kind of like hearing that it's more survival based instead of a narrative. Mm-hmm. I'm like more excited for that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, thank you so much for popping up. You. And Sarah, yeah, of course, thanks. And Sarah, that brings us to the end. We went a little bit over, but I think that's kind of the bonus pod way these days, especially when we talk about cute crushes for the first 40 minutes. Anything
I was surprised how in-depth we went with that. That one just kept going.
That one did just keep going. Anything else you're playing this week that you want to talk about quickly before we finish off?
No, I think I'm trying to do this thing. So I've started playing Baten Kaitos. I'm trying to do this thing where, like, I'm trying to reacclimate myself to, like, JRPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Because Haley, I used to love JRPGs. Yeah. Genuinely. And I don't know what happened, but, like, recently I just have not been able to, like really like find what I loved in like the modern ones, like the Xenoblades and like the new Tales games. So I'm trying to like work backwards from the ones that I really liked and like check in with them and be like, was this ever good?
Oh, interesting.
Is it me? Like, is it me? Have I changed or have the games changed? So I'm going on a little journey of self-discovery.
Okay, that's fun. That's so. You're playing that and any other ones?
I'm playing Button Kaitos. I was gonna jump back into Tales of Symphonia, but then I was thinking like maybe Skies of Arcadia was another one that I really liked.
Yeah.
So just kind of like checking in with those, and then probably playing like a more modern JRPG and just being like, is it me or is it the games?
Are you still in the discovery phase, or have you is there something?
I'm only like 5 hours into Button Kaitos right now, and I'm like, no, I think this is still good. This is still good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is still good, but we'll check. We're checking in with all of them.
Someone said, Skies of Arcadia, there are dozens of us.
Dozens!
Oh, that's a fun, I like those kind of like personal game thought experiments. I've been trying to do more stuff like that too, and like figure out my game taste and zero in on like, what do I actually like? Do I even know? Because especially growing up where you didn't have access to games, I kind of just played whatever was in my vicinity, and then once you reach a certain age, you're like, wait, what do I even like? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like, did my taste change or did the games change? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Interesting. I'm excited to hear your hypothesis and your conclusion and your findings.
I know. I'm excited to report back.
You can report back on another future bonus pod after however many. I'm guessing those games are, if they're JRPGs, they're probably 100-hour ordeals.
Yeah, in like 3 years. We'll be back.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining, Sarah. And thank you, everyone, for hopping up and chatting with us. That was
everyone.
Extremely fun one. So, yeah, this was Bonus Pod for supporters at the $5 tier at patreon.com/minmax. This episode will be right in your podcast feeds directly. Isn't that convenient? And, yeah, thanks, everyone, for joining, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. And Twitch.
Bye, Haley.
Bye, Sarah. And Twitch people, I'm going to raid you somewhere.
Where should I just... This is weird because we don't stop streaming because we're still in the Discord. Do I just leave now?
If you'd like, you could hang for another 30 seconds while I... That's the thing where it's in two places, Discord and Twitch. We'll see who's live right now.
We should figure out how we're going to infiltrate the NoPixel servers.
I know, we have to think of a strategy. I'm going to really look into their application process.
Yeah, I'm like, do I... Because they're like, you can pay $30 and then we'll consider you. But it's like,
I mean, you have a very healthy Twitch following, don't you think? You could use that?
I have like a Twitch audience. So I feel like how do you go in there and be like, hey, like I don't want to brag, but
isn't that what they're looking for?
I'm at least a D-list celebrity. Yeah, but where's the form for that?
We'll figure it out. I'll look into it and I'll try to figure out.
I'm at least a D-list Twitch streamer.
Do you know who I am? This is Sarah freaking Pozortsky. You better give her a VIP access.
Partnered on Twitch.
She's a freaking partner.
Let her pay $30.
All right, Kyle Bossman is live playing Threads of Fate. Let's send y'all over to Kyle Bossman. Click. And yeah, thanks again, Sarah. That was such a fun episode.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad that we're doing the bonus podcast, more bonus podcast style.
Yeah, just fun stuff. Bye, everyone on Twitch. Bye. Twitch says, Sarah every week.